Alright, well here it is. I just picked this up off of Craigslist, another one. This one is a 300 gallon. I thought it was a 10 a core, but it's not. But it's 300 gallons, 8 foot long, 2 foot deep, and about 30 inches high. So, sorry, it was the dogs. Unfortunately, there is some crazing. I'll see if I can. Yeah, there you go. It's kind of bad. I mean, it goes pretty much all the way across the tank. So what I plan on doing, though, I mean, the rest of the tank's pretty clean. There's a little, minor crazing, but nothing to the point that can't be repaired. And my plan is to, it's got 1/2 inch acrylic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end up getting some 3/4 inch, and I'm going to pop this front panel out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right here. So technically I'm going to end up cutting off a 1/2 inch. A 1/2 inch of the top and of the bottom right here, and then obviously I'm going to cut all the way up the seam on both sides, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to router 3/4 of an inch in right here, and then obviously I have to file the corners there, but I'm going to get a nice smooth edge here. And then by cutting this 1/2 inch of this top off on the inside, that's all going to be smooth for a nice smooth weld when I put that new piece in there. So that's the plan, at least. I think that's probably going to be better than anything else, because it'll give me all 4 sides of the welds that are going to be new surfaces and smooth. So it'll be basically like building a new tank. Whole new seam, and it'll be 3/4 inch instead of 1/2, so there's not going to be any bowing. There's no crazing on the sides, which is, I mean, there's little tiny stuff, but not a big deal. I'm not too worried about that at all. There's tanks that have had that for years and years and have never had any issues. So, and plus, I mean, any little bit of that crazing that's right here in the glass is going to get cut out anyways, or it's going to get routed out. So that's the plan. I'm hoping it'll turn out. I'm sure it'll turn out. I'm pretty meticulous about stuff, so I'm not going to screw around and just rush it. If I was going to screw it around and rush it, I already would have filled it up by now. The guy said it holds water. I mean, obviously I'm going to leak test it either way before it gets set up in the house. So there's that, and then I picked it up for only $150. So I think, even if I spend $350 on the new front panel, or the new front pane of acrylic, I think that it's definitely going to well be worth it. It's let's say $500 total for this tank, and then it'll have a crystal clear front, and the sides are going to need minimal sanding and polishing. So I think it'll turn out pretty good. I have to build the stand for it as well, so not a big deal. But that's it. It came with tops. I might end up reinforcing these corners. There's no crazing there in the tank. The guy had it for 5 years and he got it used off somebody. So, I mean, if it hasn't had any type of stress crazing right here, then I feel pretty comfortable with those corners. I've heard that if they're not a big enough radius, it'll focus too much pressure on these corners, and that's why a lot of the times on the smaller corners you'll get those cracks that will pop right here, or right here, for instance. But I think the acrylic is pretty decent on this tank. Otherwise, I mean, there's like not really any bowing on top at all. So I think they did a good job keeping the lights off the top. It's just got one overflow. But let's see if I can climb up here and show you. Yeah, there's not really much light down there. But there's a 3/4 inch bulkhead hole down there. I have an extra one, so I'm not worried about that. And then it came with 2 1-inch bulkheads for those holes down there. So, and then obviously there's a 3/4 for a return here. I don't think that 3/4 inch return is going to be enough flow to keep the tank water clean. I don't think so. I mean, I got two 3/4 inch flows coming off of an FX5 on my 180 acrylic, and it looks, I mean, the water's consistently crystal clear. I mean, every 2 or 3 weeks I'll clean out the polyfiber on that and it just stays crystal clear. So I'm probably going to end up, I don't know if I'll put maybe another one underneath it so I have 4, or I don't know, maybe I'll keep that black bulkhead that's in there, plug it, and then put 2 on the sides or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out either way, but that's it. Sorry to talk your ear off, but that was that's the plan there. So keep looking back. I'm going to have more videos on the progress of it. So I'm going to be taking pictures as well. I have a thread started on monsterfishkeepers.com. So I'll probably end up putting that link down in the description of this video here. So, all right, take care.